Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, it was muted. Classic Emily situation. Welcome to my desk. This feels so odd to be like at my desk and not in the kitchen. But I don't have the strength to be in the kitchen right now. Also, check this out. Yeah, it has been over 100 degrees for how many days? Big Jimpathy? Oh, yeah, see, in Flatlander's saying phone is too hot to load Twitch, but I made it. I'm also in town for a show. My plus one bailed last minute. What show? What show? That sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's so hot right now in Texas, so I have this fan plus the fan above me. It's crazy. Yeah, it has not been over 100 degrees for like 20 days. There's no way. Okay, maybe there is. I'm not sure. I'm gonna up this desktop audio. I just realized you guys haven't been able to hear it. 200? 200 days? Yeah. Yeah. It's been a mini day. It's been a mini day. Um Changing my setup a bit so I can read your stuff a little better. Congratulations on the first Big Jimpathy, although slightly cheated because he lives right there, so he knows when I'm going live. But he doesn't take that opportunity to be first too often. Also, do I sound okay? I know, Flatlander, I'm always quiet to you, and I think it might be your phone. But in general, do I sound okay? Because I'm using not my clip-on mics. I'm using my mic that Flatlander got me years ago. She's coming back. She's still here. She sits here all the time, and I use her for like actual important calls. Not that this isn't important, but for ones, interviewing for jobs and such. And then you can see Subi in the background trying to find Bug. It is crazy being on my desk. It's been so long, right, KK? Well, thank you for being here. It's good to see you. I have to be up for work at 3 a.m., but we in this bit. What are you seeing? What show are you going to see? Basically, today's chatty stream is to just talk about the future of the stream. Nothing, it's not going anywhere. Like the future of improving the stream. I need something less scary to start calling this. Like, we're just having a meeting. I've had 4 meetings today, though. Like, the thought of having another meeting is kind of crazy. Ah, yes, that helps. That actually helps a lot. Oh, this is the Teams meeting. This is the more exciting Teams meeting because sometimes you get to see Subi and Bug run around and do something cute. It's like, what is it? I get, sure. We are gathered here today for the agenda. This is the agenda stream. The hanging out stream. And part of that is actually, I would like to discuss the fact that I want to do more desk streams again. So I'm writing that down to remind myself about that. But how have you been? Thank you for being so patient with me. It's been a really hard week, as I said in Discord. It's just been really crazy and busy and nonstop for Big Jimpathy and I the last 3 to 4 months, and kind of got to a point where I was breaking a little bit. I was having a bit of a breaking point because but if you don't cook, what will Jim eat? That's a great question, Phoenix, because we are very hungry right now. We have brown rice cooking. I've got a can of corn, and I've got a can of black beans, and I've got avocados, and I've got salsa and chips and a few tortillas. So we are doing not Taco Bell KK, but at home Taco Bell. Taco Bell would be a great option if I wanted to be bad. We were naughty yesterday. We didn't get Taco Bell yesterday, but we got a different place by our house. It's like a Nashville hot chicken place. And you know what's crazy? We have Taco Bell at home. Absolutely. But you know what's wild? This sounds like a flex. And I mean, kind of is a flex. So, you know, I've been on my pescatarian adventure. Hi, Audra! Are you burning up too? How's your AC doing? Ours went out twice, but we're fine. But on my like pescatarian journey, oh, what was I gonna say? Our AC is doing good. Great. I hope it stays that way. It's still newish. Oh, thank God. Ours is old, so it's on the fritz. But when I started my pescatarian-ish journey back in December, so since December, we have not gotten this Nashville hot chicken place that we used to go to all the time. And I am happy, but not happy to say that we went to this Nashville hot chicken place yesterday, and we were like, do we want to be a little bad? And Jim was like, I want to be a little naughty. And then it didn't go where you think it would go, and instead we just went to eat Nashville hot chicken. So we ate the Nashville hot chicken, and like it was fine. I mean, it was good, but it was like fine. Our bodies. I mean, I didn't have chicken. I had everything but the chicken, and then I had like buffalo, you know, the tofu buffalo nuggets or whatever. But I had everything else with it. The sauce. Mine I eat over a bed of cabbage, like slaw and fries. And it was good. But our bodies are not used to eating shit, except for Taco Bell. Taco Bell is our shit meal. So both Big Jimothy and I have been suffering all day long because of this one like horribly greasy meal that we had, and we kind of looked at each other and we went, damn, I didn't even realize we've been eating so healthy, but our bodies don't want to process this food. This is actually insane. So I think we might need to give that place up, because the toilet got more experience with the food than we did. So yeah, it's been a mess. What makes it Nashville hot? Like how it's coated and like the spices and stuff. It's really good. But we're not used to it anymore. So we should not be eating that. Our bodies said absolutely no. So, oh well. Just a reminder that a chicken sandwich is 76 cents. Why 76 cents specifically from Whataburger? Also, yes, Audra. Holy crap. Frank Beard, Tim Curry, and Dolly. Crazy. Like, we've had so many big celebrity deaths just in the last couple of months. It's been wild. Dolly Parton, I'll pull the curtain aside a little bit. So, coming soon, you will be able to enjoy through your ear holes a podcast that I am creating. I did it last year, and it was really hard because we thought it was a great idea, and it was a great idea, but then we weren't able to really fully commit to it because that month got really, and yes, Anne Hayden, yes, her too. But we didn't, last year when we did the podcast, we didn't get to fully commit to it because it was during a really, really like crazy week or crazy month for us. So every time that we would go to do the podcast, it felt like pulling our teeth out. It was so hard to do. Hi, Play Toasto Jam! Welcome to my desk. You haven't seen my desk yet. This is my desk with all my crap. And my fan, because it's like 100 degrees outside. So this year we decided to record the podcast early. I'll tell you a little more about that podcast in a second. But long story short, it's a horror movie podcast that we released during October. It's fun. And we were watching one of the movies, my coworker and I, and we were watching Thanksgiving. Spoiler alert, that's one of the movies that we end up watching. And Thanksgiving, it's a very gruesome movie, and it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna tell you more because you have to listen to the podcast to know more. But the movie ends. We're processing watching people get shredded apart during an Eli Roth movie. And then we look at our phones and we see that Dolly Parton had died. So we found out that Dolly Parton died in the middle of watching a very horrific horror movie about Thanksgiving. It didn't feel like, I felt like I was in a sitcom, honestly. Oh, that was a very brief stint, Plain Toast No Jam, of my streams being on the couch. That was a very, very brief stint, but I'm glad you got to see that. I do like my couch streams, but this is nice. I like this. This is good. And part of the thing on the docket today is trying to talk a little bit more about maybe incorporating some more desk streams in the future. We'll see. But yeah, so that's how I learned that Dolly Parton died. Tim Curry, today I learned that he passed away. What was I doing today? I was in a meeting. And one of my coworkers interrupted the meeting and went, "Tim Curry died!" And then we all went, "Oh, what?" Yeah. It's sad. It's very sad. It is, for those of you that have not been following Texas politics, which why the fuck would you? It's a fucking mess. But there was a drag ban going around, and Dolly Parton did a lot to speak up about that drag ban in Texas, and also it was going on in Nashville too, or in Tennessee. And she spoke up a lot about the drag bill because, you know, obviously, queer icon. There's a drag queen in Austin, Texas, who, Bridget Bandit, who has done a lot of speaking out about this drag ban, and she does a lot of dolly drag. And so Dolly Parton actually sent our Austin drag queen, who has been protesting and who's been showing up to the cases and you know, giving speeches and things. Dolly Parton actually sent that drag queen from Austin a signed Dolly Parton guitar to thank her for all of her work that she's been doing for the drag bill. Oh my gosh, Lily Ipod, thank you so much for the sub. I almost didn't post an Instagram story, so I'm glad that I did, so you can see that. So, it's very sad, but it's also means a lot, because, you know, this whole drag bill has been going on. And as of today, this has been going on for, like, years, okay? And as of today, the judge ruled the bill unconstitutional, meaning it's fucking leaving. It's not, the drag ban is officially over in Texas, at least for now, until they try to pull some other shit, right? But the drag ban is officially over, and it happened the day after Dolly Parton died. So, and it's also, for those of you that don't know, in Austin, we celebrate Pride during the month of August. No, during the month of September. Wait, what am I in? August. We celebrate Pride during the month of August. So the drag ban just becoming unconstitutional, like officially through the eyes of the government, during Pride, like during Austin Pride, right after Dolly passed away, is pretty crazy. That's some pretty crazy timing. And actually, the judge was quoted in saying, basically, if you have a problem with drag, just don't show up to the events. And yeah, that's it. Like, if you don't like something, just don't attend it. That's how it is. The bill is unconstitutional in so many ways. Yep, that is absolutely true. So, big whoop whoop. So that's exciting. I wish that Dolly would have been able to see it. But I know, it is really sad. Sexy awkward, dude. Thank you for following. No, it is really sad that Dolly's husband passed away, but at the same time, that happens so often, and I hate to I don't I'm not somebody that necessarily believes in an afterlife, but if I were to believe in an afterlife, I think it's like meant to be. You know, she had been dealing with some health issues, and it's nice to know that her you know, she'll be with her husband, Carl, forever. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. And then Tim Curry, it's very sad. And I am very happy about Tim Curry, like, living the life that he got to live, but it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, like, yes, exactly, plain toast, no jam. Like, he's been struggling since his stroke, and he just really hasn't been able to live the life that he used to. So, as sad as it is, it's just crazy that it happened one after the other. Yeah. So I just, yeah, I'm glad that we can all be here and talk about it and hang out and, you know, and try to have a good time and talk about other stuff and talk about your life and what you've been up to. It's been a while since I've seen a stream in this room. I know, and that's kind of something that I want to talk about. I think I want to do more streams in this room. Like, I think I want to do more more desk streams, because I have fun doing them, and I mean, my setup is good. Maybe we could play some games or craft or hang out. Oh, my hair looks good. Thank you so much. Oh, what do you mean done up all fancy? What does that mean? That sounds fun. I'm getting my hair redone this Saturday, or this Sunday. So, however it looks now, it will be different. It's grown out very well, but honestly, I haven't had a haircut since, funny enough, I only know of it in these terms. I haven't had a haircut since Project Hail Mary was in theaters. I don't know how long ago is that? Yeah, guess I can look at. When was Project Hail Mary in theaters? March? Do a wolf cut. I normally do a shag. And you said you dyed your hair pink, right? That's pretty sick. March. So I haven't gotten my hair redone or dyed or cut, besides my bangs, since March. So yeah, it's about time. it's about time. And I don't know how I'm gonna dye my hair, but it's, you know, I've got the blonde streaks, but you can kind of, hold on. You can see how much the blonde has grown out. So I really have no idea. We'll see. I'm just gonna go in and be like, what do you want to do? I want a shag and I want color, whatever that means. So we'll have to see. Sitting and chatting is always fun. It must be exhausting, the cooking every week and expensive these days. Yes and no. The cooking. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, and it made me very happy. This year, I've been tracking my grocery spending with how many subs and things I get, and I'm very, very proud to announce that the past 3 months that I have been, like, very active in streaming, thanks to all of your subscriptions and tips and ads and everything, I've actually been able to make, I know it's not a lot, but it's something for a small streamer like me. You guys have helped me cover my groceries for the streams. Plus, I've been making an extra, like, $20 on top of everything. So, and I mean, like, the number one thing that your subs go to is helping with the groceries to do these streams. And then the number 2 thing that they go to is upgrading my equipment, which I'm looking for a new camera so I can keep this camera here at this desk. so we could do more desk streams easily, because the problem is having to like set up and tear down and set up and tear down. It's like such a bitch. But if I could just keep a camera here and then buy a new camera, because I don't like how this camera looks great at my desk. This camera looks like fucking ass, in my opinion, in the kitchen for some reason. So I want to buy a new camera, not this camera, like a different, nicer camera to use in the kitchen, so that then I can have 2 cameras in the kitchen and then 1 camera here. And people are going to come over and think I'm a cam girl or something, which I guess I technically am. I guess I'm technically a cam girl. Technically. So anyways, thank you. No, yeah, like it is expensive, but I do get help from you guys with your subs, and it actually does cover my expenses. So it's going to something, I promise. But it is exhausting, especially weeks like this week and these last few months, because I mean, you've seen how much we've been getting up to. It's insane. So might be time for a mohawk. Maybe. I used to have the back of my head shaved. Fun fact. Red and yellow. I probably won't do red and yellow, but I used to have red hair, so maybe considering some like red or black or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it gets into. You want a shag? Yeah, baby, yeah. Gave myself a haircut last night with no extra mirrors. Hope I didn't fuck up. I believe in you. Thank God my doggo bit my Converse and I have some ripped jeans. I might look grunge. Groceries could be considered a write-off for my taxes as well. I've not done that before, but I'm considering doing that this year, but I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. So we'll see. We will see. And again, I'm only obviously counting the groceries that I use on stream. But I've been tracking that, but not probably as well as I should be. I don't know. I got to count a couple of things off. I got to write off a couple of things for my taxes last year, like equipment and things. But I didn't do groceries because I was scared. But my friend who helped me do my taxes is encouraging me to do my groceries this year, and I need to ask him what I should do. But the thing is like, I know he's going to tell me that I need to itemize everything, but it's just a lot of work to itemize everything. But I have all the receipts because I buy everything from H-E-B online. So I don't know. Quit your day job, ha! I wish. No, that's not possible. And I partially like my day job, so. Dang, that's awesome. I've been on band tours that made about as much. As long as income is over expenditures, you're doing good. Thank you. No, right? Like, yeah, I'm very, very happy. So, yeah. Uncommon Wolf, hi friends. Hello, how are you? Hey, that person hasn't messaged you, right, on Discord since I kicked them, right? Groceries, your computer, your camera, all that. Yeah. So my camera, stuff like that. Well, my computer, I can't because I bought this like a long time ago before I even had to do taxes. But I will officially have to do taxes again for another year, so that's exciting. Here's my curtsy. There you go. It's a seated curtsy. We meet again. Gaming streams. I'm considering it. On the docket is like getting a camera so that I can keep this camera here and then put a different camera in the kitchen. And then once I do that, then it'll be so much easier to do gaming streams. Stray was a lot of fun to watch. You're right. It would be so much easier to do a lot of gaming streams because then this would already be set up and then I could just sit here and just turn it on instead of like resetting everything, which is crazy. What Phoenix? What? Psst, 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 psst. What? Wish I could quit my day job on construction site. Oh God. It's so stressful. I was thinking to tell my mom to let her Robert. So I go, oh my God. That seems very stressful though. So What's the new camera gonna be? I don't know yet. Look at Venmo. Phoenix. Phoenix. Oh, thank you so much, Phoenix. Thank you for the Venmo, Phoenix. There we go. I sent you a little thanks. Aw, thank you. That, yes, contributing to the camera fun. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do miss our game nights. I do too. Our game nights were fun when I was very unemployed. Yes, Flatlander, he did a U. He did a U. Thank you so much. That will, yes, I will contribute. Like I will totally use that. I'm actually thinking, because obviously cameras are incredibly expensive, and you know, I'm not trying to go into like mega DD mega doo-doo. Jim showed me that meme for the first time. Have you seen that meme? If not, I will pull it up if you've not seen that meme. Anybody here not seen that meme? Seen that meme? Because if not, we will do it. It depends. And see, that's the thing, Lonely iPod. I don't know if I'm gonna want another webcam or if I'm gonna want like an actual like nicer video camera. I really haven't decided. But I'm actually in Blacksmith. You're right. I'm actually thinking about looking at. You can see me right. Okay, I'm actually thinking about looking at Facebook Marketplace because you could tend to get like a better quality camera on Facebook Marketplace for significantly cheaper. Okay, I gotta show you DD Mega Doodoo because Jim showed me DD Mega Doodoo and I quote it all the time. So 1 minute, let's transfer over to DD Mega Doodoo. So stupid. Okay, I gotta duplicate this. Hold on. Oh wait. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna play the music. I haven't done a stream like this since like a desk stream since I switched OBS systems. So I need to change this around so that we can, and then 1 minute. I gotta add a new source. Add. Minuto, por favor. Okay. I think that should work. Hold on. I think this should work. Okay. All for DD Mega Doodoo. Found it. Oh no, I need to be above that. Okay. 1 minute. There, that should work. Okay.
Hundreds gathered today to say their final goodbyes to this. Hundreds gathered today to say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, DD Mega Doodoo. To say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, DD Mega Doodoo. I'm sorry, Mangudu. to say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Mangudu.
For that? I don't think so. Wait, she did? Is this confirmed? Is this confirmed? Did D.D. Mangudu actually get... And it's like about a police officer that died. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Okay, she did not. Okay, you had to look it up. So, yeah. There you go on Common Wolf. That's D.D. Mangudu. Yeah, exactly. Good webcams are like 100 plus. If you want an actual camera, you add another 0 to that. Yep. There is a couple of great used photography stores here. So, DD, a fucking classic. Oh, Far Out Lounge is so far. I mean, I know it's in the name, but it is. Oh, that's good. I think I would retire. I would totally do that too. Like, I would totally DD Mangudu it. Mangudu it. And I think that's why I laugh. Is because I know that I would do the same thing, if not something similar. Jimothy gotta get a job at the club. Funny you say that, because tomorrow, Big Jimothy is coming to a pole dancing class with me. I'm not joking, so that's hilarious that you brought that up. This week we decided to mix it up a bit, and he today, this morning, took me, call it career education. This morning he took me to an Orange Theory class, because that's the workouts that he does. And then, and if you don't know what Orange Theory is, Big Jimothy can explain it to you. And then tomorrow I'm taking him to my workout class, which is my pole fitness class. So yeah, he's practicing. That's hot. It is. I'd pay mad dollars to see Big Jimothy on the pole. That's how we got to do it, Big Jimothy. Raising money for my new camera by me live streaming your first pole dancing class. I'm just kidding. We don't have to do that. But I mean, also we should do that because there's like other people in the class. But I can take some videos. I can take some videos for you guys. I think he'll be good. I think he will be good at it though. It would not be the craziest thing on Twitch. That's true. That's true. Have I ever had my own DD Mangudu moment on the radio? Have I had my own? I mean, I kind of low-key forget like everything I say on the radio because I do so much radio work. Well, especially back then when I was on the morning show, like I did do so much radio work. So you can't keep up with everything you say when you say a lot of things at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? But I've never cursed. I've only cursed on air one time. And the one time that I cursed on air, I didn't realize that you couldn't say this. So that's kind of closest to my DD Mangudu. I said something, I was talking about something, and I said eating ass. Because I thought you could say eating ass on the radio. Because you could say ass, and you could say eating, but you can't say eating ass. Evidently. So I got a dump button smack on the wrist for that one. Because I said eating ass on the radio. I didn't realize that was an FCC offense, okay? I remember, Flatlander's like, I remember. Yeah. It would make more money streamed on a website that wasn't Twitch. I mean, it makes sense. You can say, like, eating groceries. Like an innuendo. FCC is a bunch of babies. Also, you can curse on the radio. The problem lies when somebody tattletales about you. So, you can totally curse on the radio. But if Mrs. Karen in Round Rock, Texas, is like, well, I said this word, and I don't like that word. And then they report you to the FCC. That's when you get in trouble. We don't just have like FCC fucking fairies that listen to it every single day. It is people reporting it. Yes, it is, I guess, like the goddamn censor, which I also don't understand. It's so stupid. It's goddamn stupid. Yeah. What happened to the freedom? Some people should not have that. I'm gonna say it as a joke, but do you guys want to hear? Okay, this is an exclusive. This is a very exclusive. Okay, I recently pissed off somebody for something I said on the radio. And do you want to hear about it? I know you want to hear about it. This is like a very recent tale that I haven't told anybody. Well, I've told people around me, but I haven't told you guys yet, and I haven't told, like... Okay. Alright, so backing up. Obviously, you all have seen how stressful it's been with the play, and with being in a having to drive to Houston, and being in a wedding, and hosting so many people at our house over the last couple months. It's been a whirlwind. So basically the last things that I have to do before my stress goes away is the play, and next weekend we have an anime convention that we're going to in San Antonio. Shout out San Antonio! San Antonio! You know that meme? So our play was great. Quick recap on that. We sold out twice, which was amazing. So I'm very, very happy. It'll be on YouTube eventually, and I'll share the link so that you guys can watch my show, and I'll share the link to the old show too, so you can also watch that. I think I already did, but I can reshare it. So Saturday was the last day for the play. Sunday, I don't remember what I did, and that's bad. Yes, exactly, Phoenix. Then Monday was clearing out the stage. It was like our last day to clear out the stage so that we could move all of our stuff out, because we rent the stage. And Sunday, I spent all day Sunday. I have this, for my show, I have this really big cosmetic table. It's like a table that you would use if you were giving somebody... like if you were doing a tattoo on somebody, or giving them a massage, or like doing eyelashes or whatever. Like it's like a cosmetic table. And so that thing is way too big to fit in my car. I actually bought it disassembled and then assembled it when I got to the stage, because I knew it wouldn't fit in my car unless it was already in the box. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace on Sunday. A lady reached out and was like, hey, I will take it. And I was like, heck yeah. It was only $20, right? These things go for like $200 online. I bought it for $80, but I was giving it, practically giving it away for $20. I was like, awesome. I need you to make sure that you get to the stage at this time. Like, this is where you can pick it up tomorrow being Monday. I need you to pick it up. Come by at 7. Like, it has to happen on Monday because I need it out of my life. She was like, awesome. And I was like, you know what? And while you're at it, why don't I also give you 2 free side tables and a rolling chair? Because those were also a part of my set. And she was like, absolutely, I'll take it. And I was like, great, you'll take all that for $20. Awesome. I confirmed with her 4 times. Okay. And day of, I confirmed with her, I believe twice, if not at least 1 time, that she was going to show up. I didn't get a U-Haul, right? Because I technically would have needed one, but I didn't get one because this woman was going to take my entire set. So I pull up in my little Subaru. I help everybody clear the stage. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted. It's later. I'm hungry, which is always a bad sign. And I had some like shoulder pain too, so it was kind of hard for me to move stuff. Get everything situated. 7 o'clock comes around. Don't hear from her. Then I message her at like 7:15. And I'm like, hey, are you having trouble finding it? Let me know. I can point you to what building to go to. She reads the message. I see her read the message. Doesn't say anything. And then every like 20 minutes, I message her like, hey, are you showing up? Hey, are you showing up? And I start to get more and more nervous because I'm like, I have to get my shit out of here today. There's no way that this is going to fit in my car. I didn't order a U-Haul. We have a U-Haul for everybody else, but I'm not helping pay for it. And they're not going to my house. Like, that's not on their route. So if she doesn't come pick up all my shit, I'm going to have to figure out how to put this in my Subaru. And spoiler alert, she never showed up despite reading my message about, hey, are you going to show up? So she never showed up. And I then had to disassemble the chair and everything else and shove it into my car. And it was incredibly inconvenient. And it stressed me out a lot. And I was like hurting. I was in pain because of my shoulder thing. And I ended up having to drive this car by myself, like full of shit. I was supposed to bring somebody home and I couldn't bring them home because I couldn't fit them and all my stuff in my car. So they had to take an Uber. Then I got home and the last 2 days I've been having to drive Big Jimothy's car because it's been so hot and I didn't expect to have, a whole bunch of shit to have to sell on Facebook Marketplace after I got home. And we haven't been able to unload my car, so I've been driving his car every day to work. Very inconvenient. So Tuesday, I didn't hear from her. So that was Monday night. Tuesday morning, never heard from her. Never heard from her. She didn't say a fucking word to me, right? And I was like, whatever. Go on the morning show. And I talk about my experience. Because yes, Flatlander, it is a common experience to be ghosted. And I talk about my experience. And I check her ratings, and even though her rating was like a 4.3, I checked her rating, and she had 1 5-star rating, and then 1 1-star rating of a guy being like, she ghosted me. So obviously she's got a track record, right? So I go on the radio, and I'm like talking some smack, but the whole theme of the segment was Facebook Marketplace is very toxic. Because then the boys chimed in about like weird shit that's on their Facebook Marketplace, and I just talk about, my experience, and I got a little heated, and I think I said her name, or I said the first name to come to mind, and I can't remember. I could go listen to the podcast if I care enough, but I can't remember I said her first name. I would never say a last name, but she had a very generic first name, and so I can't remember I said that, but I said a name. I don't remember. So, segment ends. Hours later, I get a message on Facebook from said ghoster. This is where it gets hot. Are you guys listening? This is where it gets tea moment. So, the last message I sent to her was, "Hi, are you picking up still? I've got to get rid of it today before 8:30, so if you can't grab it now, I might need to find someone else." Sad face. Remember, never responded to me. Then after the segment, that afternoon, she messages, "Hello, I just heard on the radio. I didn't show up. Oh wait, I gotta add these. I just heard on the radio, ... I didn't show up due to someone assaulting me yesterday, ... I don't deserve expired hot dogs, ... because we made a joke about giving her expired hot dogs because Sawyer found expired hot dogs on Facebook Marketplace, and then I made a joke about serving her expired hot dogs. Okay? I don't deserve expired hot dogs, ... Then she sends me a screenshot of a number, like of a voicemail. And she goes, "Here's the detective's number, touching base, ... And then this smiley face, this emoji. "I'm sorry your time was wasted, but not my intention at all. I really did need that chair. You guys were the only alternative station I found so far, ... Maybe I'll stick to iHeart, ... Teresa Rockface in Houston would never do that to someone on the radio. Sweat emoji, crying emoji." I don't like questioning people when they've been in assault cases, because fun fact, not fun fact, I was in an assault case, like a actually bad assault case that went to court, and I was in court for almost 3 years about this assault case. So obviously I understand that is a stressful situation to be in, but I know she's lying because I saw her read my goddamn message. My goddamn message when I said, "Are you showing up?" I saw her read it, and she chose, like, she could have easily been like, "I'm not showing up, something came up." And like, that still would have pissed me off, but that's at least a decent thing to do for somebody, especially when I checked in with her like 4 times. Oh, I know, right? Also you're right, KK. Also sending those emojis talking about being assaulted is crazy. And sending me the number to the detective is also kind of crazy. And then also, oh, come to the show. I've got your ticket. I cannot clearly right now. What? You deleted the message. I saw what you said though. Also, who gives a fuck, dude? Who gives a fuck? Like, there's obviously excuses to not meet up with people, but the fact that she has another person on her Facebook profile saying that she is a notorious ghoster makes me be like, also, yes, wild that she listened to the radio. Dark, but the day after I got assaulted, I sure as hell was not on the radio. I sure as hell was not listening to the fucking radio. I sure as hell was not listening to a podcast or doing anything. The day after I got assaulted and had to, I didn't even get to call the cops at that point. I literally like cried in my bed all day. I'm not saying that her thing didn't exist. I'm just saying that she saw my message panicking, asking if she was showing up, and she chose to not respond. And then to be so petty as to hear me on the radio, not even give her full name. Oh my god, good to see you, Tiger. I'm talking about tea. I started some tea. Hi, Subert. Subert's like, it's hungry time. It's foodie time. I started some drama with a woman on the radio. But yeah, like it, but I do think it's funny. Imagine tuning into the radio and you're like listening to the story and then you're like, oh shit, this is about me. Wait, is this play about us? Euphoria reference. That's kind of crazy. And I do hope that her situation's okay. I hope that truly was just an exaggeration to try to make me feel bad. But I do also hope she's learned her lesson. That when you talk to people on the internet, they are real people. And I think that a lot of folks just forget that is the case. People do not understand that we are real people, that you can brush shoulders with people in real life, and especially radio people or podcast people or influencers. We're everywhere, and it's easy enough for your bad actions to be talked about. Even if I wasn't an influencer, or even if I wasn't on the radio, I would still tell people that she was a shitface, you know? No, I don't think so. It looks like she just moved from Houston. Watch her show. I was thinking about that, Phoenix, about watch her show up on your Twitch stream. I was thinking about that, except for I don't have this connected at all to Facebook, so. No, I don't think she fabricated the story. I think she just moved from Houston and needed some stuff. So, this was not a coworker. No, Tiger, just to recap, I needed some lady on Facebook was supposed to buy something for me and then put me in like a really horrible situation when she didn't show up and has inconvenienced me for the whole entire week. And so on air, I talked about the situation, and then the lady messaged me on Facebook and was like, I heard you talking about me, and you know. So that's, yeah, clipping this and sending the ghoster. I did respond to her, if you were curious. I said one thing to her, and then I blocked her. Because, yeah, that's what, yeah. So I talked about how this woman inconvenienced me by not picking up things that she promised she would buy from me, on a day that I had to move all of my stuff. And, here's the thing. I don't think the boys want to talk about it on the radio, because I told them about it and they didn't really seem interested to talk about a follow-up. And I get it, because she's like making this claim. Again, I'm saying claim. I don't know if it's real or fake, about I was assaulted and that's why I couldn't show up. Here's the detective's number. I don't think they want to touch that, which I get. I think me being somebody who is in a situation where I am a woman and I have been assaulted, and I did go through a 3-year-long court case about my assault, I don't mind joking about that shit because I know it's serious. But for two dudes on the radio to make light of somebody having this claim, I can understand might be a little bit of a touchy subject. But I could touch that shit all I want, because girl, I saw you read my message. You know what I mean? But this is how I responded to her after all of that. Because again, the last message was like, oh, I'm not going to listen to your radio station again. Whatever. So I said, sorry that happened to you, which was a genuine sorry. Sorry that happened to you. Lucky for you, I am only on Tuesdays, so feel free to keep listening every day except then, so that your time isn't wasted too. Smiley face. And then I blocked her. So, that is the tea. If you wanted to know about my beef with some woman on Facebook Marketplace, that is a great response. I mean, it's a true response. I'm like, girl, if you have a problem with me, just don't listen on Tuesdays. That's when I'm on. I didn't tell her about Saturdays, but she could find that out on her own. But yeah, that's the beef. And it's not real beef. I don't care. This is not the first time that I've had to deal with some annoying ass people on. No, I was selling something, Tiger. So I was selling something. I had just finished my play, and I had a bunch of stage items that I needed to sell. And she didn't pick them up in time, and I didn't get to rent a U-Haul, so I had to disassemble everything and then put it in my car and take it home. And yeah, I've not talked any shit about you guys on the radio, I promise. I don't really talk about my streams on the radio, and it's mainly because my radio and my stream career, although there are interlapping elements, like some of you here in chat, that I absolutely love and appreciate, and I love that we can have this, like, just chat about radio together. But, I don't really interlap the two too much, mainly because I want my streams to be my thing, and then the radio to be the company's thing. Does that make sense? So it's like, my streams are my thing. The radio thing is the company thing. It's like day job, night job, basically. We are in an ad break. Here's my little dancey dance for the ad break. Did Subi get fed, Big Jim? That's me, being that emoji. I don't like how that emoji doesn't move. but it's kind of hilarious that it just kind of stands there. Whew, I can smell the rice that is cooking right now, and it smells really good. It's making me very hungry. So I think we'll probably wrap up a little bit after this ad break is over. Maybe I should stay away from Facebook Marketplace. Because I was thinking about going onto Facebook Marketplace and looking for a camera, but maybe that's for the best that I don't. But let's see. Let's see. Marketplace. I'm just gonna look up streaming setup. Nah, I get those deals, that's true. I just need like a camera. Streaming camera. Razer. What is this? Razer. There's a lot of people selling this one particular camera. That makes it seem like it's not good. Vlogging camera? Hold up. That might be good. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up while we look it up together. Let's see. That doesn't look legit. Yeah, everything that you buy off of Facebook Marketplace is sketchy, but sometimes it can be legit. Yeah, I feel like I need I'm just gonna look up video camera instead. Because if we just go for like a video camera situation. Ooh, there's like old video cameras. That's fun. That's so fun. These are all like old cameras. That's cute. You look up like vlog camera. Panasonic Lumix LX10 for $450. We're talking about cameras. So I'm thinking about getting a new camera. So on the docket before I head out, first of all, thank you so much for coming to our little chitty chat stream. If there's anything that you'd like to tell me about what's happening in your life, let me know right now, and then I'll read it because I want to know. I have a big announcement. We'd like to put our listening ears on. I am changing my stream schedule. Jim is not pregnant. God, do I wish he was. God, do I wish he was pregnant. I ask him to become pregnant almost on the daily. And not in a weird way. Oh my God. Y'all, if I become pregnant, like, you're gonna know because I'll be in Colorado. Okay, that's, as a Texas citizen, I'll be taking a very lovely baby moon to Colorado. Just letting you know. And actually I have an aunt that says I could do that anytime. No, I am not pregnant. I actually have an IUD, or not an IUD. I have a arm implant right here. You can't really see it, but I've got a birth control implant. So I will say, if I get pregnant and that fails, we might get a lot of money. So maybe we should start trying. Just kidding. Move to Colorado anyways. I don't like snow. Texas kind of sucks bad, but at least there's a chance of some change. I hope so. I do hope so. No, I am not pregnant. But the big announcement on stream is that I'm changing my stream schedule. So, we are now crazy. I need to update shit on my thing too. Update Twitch. I need to update all my bios and shit, but for now, we'll see how long we go about this, but for now, we are going to be changing our stream days. So we will be streaming Monday and Wednesday today. So from here on out, we will be streaming Mondays and Wednesdays, and if I get a new camera, which thank you for contributing to the camera fund, maybe if it's not a crazy week, I can have an extra day of just a sitting and chilling stream like this. So yeah. So it'll be cooking. So we'll be cooking on Mondays and Wednesdays. Okay, but wait. Great question. I've been considering this for a little bit, mainly because viewership wise, I mean, it's not all about the views, but I do notice that our friends are less active on Tuesdays, and Mondays are my best days, which is fantastic, but Tuesdays is a very significant drop. And I think that's just in general with food and drink streamers. Plus, it's kind of stressful. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but it is kind of stressful to go back to back, like Monday I do a stream, and then Tuesday I do a stream, and then Wednesday I just sleep all day. And so I think spacing them out will be a little bit better for my anxiety and just my stress. And we tend to keep up the setup through Wednesday anyway, so it's not like having that one day will really mess anything up. And then so those were kind of things that I have already been thinking about, like, in the back of my mind. And then I actually, speaking of poll, yeah. And then, speaking of poll, this was like the last push that I needed to change the schedule. Speaking of poll, I accidentally took the poll 1 assessment, and I ended up passing. And so now I'm in poll 2. And I didn't mean to do that, but that's really exciting. So I passed a pole dancing, pole fitness assessment. There's not even dancing, it's just fitness. And yeah, I ended up getting into poll 2, and this is again my final push of being like, you know what, maybe I should change it. So poll 2 classes are on Tuesday nights. Normally I've been going Thursday nights, but now they're on Tuesday nights. So either I would have to do my streams late on Tuesdays, like after I get back from poll, or I could just not stream on Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays I would stream instead, because I would have all night available. So that was kind of my last push of it to be like, oh shit, maybe I should try to do a Wednesday stream instead, so that it would be Monday, Wednesdays, and that sounds better too. Thank you. Next up, Poll Pro Max. I think there's 5 levels actually, but in Poll 2 is when you start to learn how to go upside down, and that's very scary. So now you will see me on Mondays and Wednesdays at like 6-ish. Platinum poll. Yeah. It's fun. I'm actually having like a lot of fun with it, and I've noticed a lot of like, am I going to get a poll? This, you need to tag Big Jimbati in this, because I've been begging him, but funny enough, he's right, but he won't let me. But he's right, but he won't let me. The only place that we can put in Jim's poll, the only place that we can put like a dance fitness pole in. You tossed one? Those are expensive. Those are expensive. The only place that we could realistically put one to have like enough room would be, unfortunately, in the dining room, which the dining room is the first room you enter when you enter our house. So it would be dinner and a show. That's what I said. So in his eyes, which I understand, and he's correct, you would walk into our house and the first thing you would see is a stripper pole. He has very Christian family, and you know, we have people over all the time, and that might not be the best first impression that we could give off in our house. Like, when we want people to walk in our house, we want them to go, wow, this is such like a nice little vintagey house. I feel like so cozy and feel like I could be home. I don't want them to walk in and be like, she in love with a stripper, she rock, she roll, and she win, and then sing the T-Pain song over and over again. Can you paint it wood colored and say you need extra structural support? It is metal, so no. And I feel like I would get wood paint, but that is hilarious. I did see something online of somebody was like, you know, I don't know, somebody important was coming over their house and they were like, how do I hide this? And so they were trying to like put plants on it and like hang plants around it. Yeah, pole dancing is definitely, but the thing is, here's stripper glitter, yes. Here's what's very interesting is it's nice that pole dancing is having less of a stigma, but there are also cases of people erasing strippers from pole dancing spaces, which makes absolutely no sense. Like, I've seen people online, and my instructors have talked about this too, because like our instructors are very like obviously pro sex work and stuff, but there are some trendy, you know how like Pilates got popular, and like Pilates is originally something that was used to help train dancers that had injuries, and now Pilates is like the rich white girl thing to do or whatever. I mean, it kind of erased that culture, but that's kind of okay because it's just but there's some people that are doing the same thing with pole dancing because it's become so popular. So there's studios that are opening up that are like, we're pole fitness, and these are pole ballerinas. These aren't we don't do anything, we don't associate, you know, pole dancing with strippers. We're all ballerinas. We're pole ballerinas. And it's so fucking stupid because all of the moves and just everything about pole dancing is because of women who have been working in the clubs, developing these moves, developing these techniques, teaching them to other people, and then opening studios eventually. And then so it's so silly to be like, oh no, I'm not a pole dancer, I'm a pole ballerina. I'm a pole ballerina. I'm so much different. Like, these are beautiful moves. Like, I'm not taking my clothes off. I'm just being a pole ballerina. And they just try to erase strippers. No, strippers made pole dancing. Pole dancing will always be associated with strippers. It has better... Is a ballerina a dancer? They're trying to make it seem like it's like the conservative way of saying that you're a pole dancer. It's like, I'm a pole ballerina. Bitch, you dance. You're right. A ballerina is a dancer. So that is a very... It's just funny that that's starting to pop up. So there's some people that do not associate with it. So Yeah, I wonder how it. You know what? I can Google this. We can Google this. We're on my computer. We can Google this. How did poles get introduced in strip clubs? That is a great question. Let's do some history. No AI. A history of modern pole dance. I believe that over AI. Ah, I mean, it even goes back even further. That's interesting. Some people are citing it to tribal dances in West Africa, as well as Chinese pole, and also citing like the maypole dance, like for Germany and England and Sweden. Um, but then the exotic dance. The origins of modern pole dance have been traced all the way back to the late 18th century United States with the hoochie coochie dance, a term used to describe provocative and sexy dances such as belly dancing. Got it. That makes sense. The traveling Little Egypt circuses of the 18th century were a major source of entertainment in the United States. They featured Middle Eastern and Romani dancers who performed inside a circus tent. The hoochie coochie dancers quickly realized they could use the pole at the center of the tent to climb, hold poses, and spin around it in order to impress the public. These dancers challenged gender stereotypes, wearing jewels, short skirts, and midriff tops at a time when women wore corsets and petticoats. Interesting. So it went from that, so it went from like circus acts to then that turning into vaudeville and burlesque, and then vaudeville and burlesque having some overlap with clubs. So like the first examples of pole teaching in Canadian strip clubs was in the 1980s. Interesting. That's what you know. Hi, Fluffy. Oh, roast beef and roasted carrots. Oh, you had a roast dinner. It reminds you of high school. What show were you seeing? You didn't say. I'm a rod artiste. Midriff tops, scandalous. I bet they tossed silver and gold. I bet that hurt too. I bet that hurt. So that's the origins, which is interesting. Yeah, so that's the big announcement. Oh, I missed you so much. Fluffy, you missed the big announcement. We are going to now switch our streams to Mondays and Wednesdays. So I will be on Monday and Wednesday nights instead. Yeah, so new camera, hopefully. We're going to look into it. Playfest is over. We did great. I will let you know whenever we have the YouTube video so you guys can watch my play. Rest in peace, Tim Curry and Dolly Parton. New stream schedule, and we might do some more desk streams in the future. So Subi's here. She says hello. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, I don't know who that is, but I hope you have a great time, Flatlander. Have a great time, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming to our silly little desk stream. This was a blast. I'm really motivated to try to find a new camera so that we can continue to do this together, because I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Yes, it is time. I think we should do a cheers. I don't have my water and I'm hungry, so I think it's time to go, but I can cheers like this. Cheers. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh yeah, hold on. There she is. She's baby. She's baby. She's on her bed. Baby on bed. There's baby on bed. A meow. A meow. A baby on bed. Oh, she's back. I think she hasn't gotten fed. I don't think Big Jimothy fed her. Did your dad not feed you? We're 27 minutes late. Anyways, I do hope I do these more often. I'm gonna try to do these more often. So we're gonna look into cameras and stuff, and I'll see. But thank you guys for coming to the Happiest Hour, not kitchen stream, Happiest Hour desk stream. I must leave and feed my child who's having an aneurysm because she's 27 minutes late to food, and her sister Bug already got fed. But I will see you next week, Monday and Wednesday, and I will continue to stay active in the Discord and such. So yeah. I hope you have a great what is happening here? I hope you have an absolutely great rest of your week, and cheers. Let's see about we can toast tiny desk stream. Writing it down. Toasts tiny desk streams, or even like a teaspoon streams, because they're like small streams. I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. All right. And see, let's see. I don't know who's on during a Wednesday night, so I don't even know. Let's see who's on food and drink right now. Chocolate creme caramel. I don't know. Who should I rate out? I guess someone new. How about this one? This person. They're on lumping bags. They're on I'll be right back, but yeah. Uncommon Wolf is there, so I trust him. So we're gonna go over to Laura and meet her, even though she said she'll be right back. But thank you so much for coming to my stream, and I will see you next week. So bye.